Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Nitro Racing League here on NASCAR Heat 4 on the Xbox One. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we go to Bristol for the second and final time of the season, and last time we came here we finished second to our friend RJ, and we had a really good race. We ran up front most of the race. This time out it was certainly a little bit different, to say the least. Things did not quite go our way in this one. There were some lag issues at the start of this race, so you're going to have to account for that, but we actually got it figured out, as well as I started in the back, simply because in qualifying I had major lag issues, so I wanted to reset my router in hopes that we would not have that issue in the race. And certainly, like I said, it was a very interesting race. Traffic was a big deal here. We come through right already on lap 6, getting into J a little bit there, as I was kind of stuck down in P11. P12, I knew we had a fast car, but we were just kind of stuck in traffic. We come to lap 10, still running P11, but we would make a pass on Jay for P10. He was in a similar situation, fast car, stuck in traffic. We came to in lap 15. There you see already the big issues for us. Karma got completely messed over or something there, and then came into us. We flip over. The caution comes out already here on lap 16. That was our first caution of the day, as RJ was leading at this point, and we would get right back into the action here on lap 19 once we cross the line. And you can see a bit of a stack up there from the 31 on the outside, just in front of Karma now as we came to turns 1 and 2. RJ still leading at this point as we went down the back straightaway into turns 3, as he won, like I said last time we came to this racetrack, so we knew he was going to be a competitor. Things did not quite go his way throughout this race as we got to the outside of the 3 of MJ, going down into turns 1 and 2 again, and we had found ourselves up into the top 10 again here in Bristol. We climbed up to P8 throughout these laps, and I should probably mention, actually the caution came out again, and I should mention there's a new rule. Basically, 2 cars must crash together for a caution to come out now, as well as stage 1 is 50 laps and stage 2 is 50 laps. So stage 1 ends once we hit lap 51, stage 2 ends once we hit lap 101, and then the race ends once we hit lap 201. There, as you see, Matt Jaffe came down on me on lap 34 as we got back going, and it turned me around there. So we had to run down the field, and this is kind of when my confidence built back up, though. I was able to run down the field without an issue. We climbed all the way up and got to the 17 running P13. I wasn't upset with Matt or anything, because I knew it was a complete accident. We were having a lot of communication issues. That's what that last caution was for, actually, was the party kind of messed up. But either way, we passed the 17. We come through just a few laps to go at this point in the stage. Jaffe actually went around behind us, and then the 24 gets into the wall. We go by him, and then we're back in the top 10. But clearly a terrible first stage for us here in Bristol as we come through to just 2 laps to go in the stage, and it was now our teammate Andrew out front here in the 19 as he was out of turns 4, already taking the white flag in stage 1. Jay right on the back of Karma or Matt as they actually get together, and then I slam into the back of Matt there as we start the final lap here in stage 1. Jay on the bottom, Karma on the top of the turns 2. They're going to still be side by side. We had so much speed to get past them, but obviously I just didn't see a point of trying to mess with them at this point as we come through out of turn 4. No stage points for any of us back here as we cross the line. P10 just beside Jay as Andrew gets a playoff point. So it's definitely not the stage 1 we were looking for. We would come to the pit lane, get 2 cans of fuel, 4 tires like we do pretty much every stop in this league, and get ready to go green for stage 2. So definitely was a little bit frustrated in stage 1, but we get back going here from P8 in the second stage, just behind the 4 of Cameron. There you see Snakebite on the bottom in the 1 car, the 31 up there, and then GTA, or Christian in the 42 as well, and then we had Bryce in the 18 battling side by side with Andrew for the lead as we are up to P7 going down into turns 1 now on lap 55. Like I said, stage 2 ends once we hit lap 101 in the final stage. We actually got another caution I should mention too there, so we got back going, but the final stage is 100 laps, so it ends once we hit lap 201. But it was a very weird restart for myself, did not quite go my way as we went down this back straightaway just in front of the 1 of Snakebite, who got into the back of me there going down into turn 3, and that obviously kind of messed me up, put me in the wall as we came out of turns 4, battling side by side with him now as we went down into the corner. But we would kind of hang in behind Matt as Snakebite actually had some issues in going for him, unfortunately, which put him behind now as we came through on lap 70, just after lap 69. Nice, I missed that. Out of turns 2, right on the back of Matt. Certainly we were faster, one of the faster cars in the field. It's just like I said, traffic was such a big deal here in this race as we're coming through out of turns 4, trying to get past Karma, and then on lap 72, coming to lap 73, he actually pulled out and let me go by as he went down into turns 1. So I was very happy with that, thank you, Karma, once again for that one. Now, as we came out of turn 2 getting sideways, we would run down Bryce, though, on lap 76. He tagged the wall a little bit, but then he pulls to the bottom and gets out of my way as well. So we climb up to P4 now, as we had about 25 laps to go in the stage at this point. We were running down the 4 of Cameron, the 42 and whatnot. We got to the outside of Cameron now on lap 89. Here with a little bit over 10 laps to go in the stages. We got to his outside again into turns 2. Down the back straightaway, we would be able to clear Cameron into turns 3, so we take over the 3rd position. And then obviously we slowly wheeled in the next cars ahead of Andrew, who was leading over Christian as we came to just 2 to go already in the 2nd stage. They were getting together, and the way those two race around each other, I knew it was going to happen already, so I was very happy when I got up to P3, seeing it was them two battling. Now as it came through out of turns 4, coming through to start the final lap, I wasn't going to be too aggressive here. Now as we come through down into turns 1, it is Christian out front, and then Andrew on the top as they exit turns 2. Andrew gets to his right rear side by side down the back straightaway here on the final lap in stage 2. Christian on the apron there a little bit now as you come through the final corners, and it's going to be Christian actually putting the 19 in the wall. I slam into the back of Andrew, hoping that I could actually somehow propel him forwards, but it didn't quite work out as we get P3 here in the 2nd stage. And obviously we would pit again and come out P3, getting ready to start this 3rd and final stage here in the Bristol races. Go down into turns 1 up the inside of the 42. Starting on the lane, I really do not like starting on, so I was not very excited with that to start the stage. The inside line just doesn't really work out for me, but we came through out of turn 4. Christian's still up top, as I was just waiting for an opportunity to get into that top lane now as we came through turns 1 and 2, hoping that the 42 or the 18 could all get past me and I could just find a way to get up in a hole. I was hoping I could get clear of Christian to get up in a hole in front of him, but that didn't quite work out, as you can see at this point. But then we came through on lap 108, and then Rocket got past me, and I actually slowed up because I seen an opportunity to get into the outside, so I took it, and then we get hit from behind actually and get put in the wall, but it worked out still. Now as we were right behind Bryce, who gets into the wall, but I refused to go to the inside, so I decided to stay right behind him here at this point. Now is once you get into a long run and everyone gets a little more spread out, you can obviously go to the bottom, try and make it work, but we continued on this outside lane. We actually got passed by the 4. 31 was battling us because 18 of Bryce, he was at this point slower than most of us in this little group, and he refused to obviously move out of the way, which I don't blame him, and with how this race was going at this point. So we're battling side by side with the 31 car at this point. We both continue battling side by side for a good portion of time in this little kind of run, but we would eventually stay ahead of him. Now as came through on lap 125, still running right behind Bryce in the 18 through turns 1 and 2. Andrew still leading over 2nd place of Christian, as I was just hoping for an opportunity to get past the 18 now as came through turn 3. Looking to the inside as came through out of turn 4, trying to make a move. We make contact there down the front straightaway, and now we have to back out of it to make sure we don't come into traffic. There's the 31 and the 4 gets past us. Bryce said he got loose or something out of the corner, and he felt bad for that. But either way, we keep it straight, and then we would actually get a caution on lap 128 running P5, as you see the 31 was missing, so I'm pretty sure he was the one that brought out the yellow flag. But that was certainly unfortunate what happened there with Bryce, but we would stay in it here in P5 now once we would get back going now. 70 laps to go or so in this race as we start right behind the 42. So once again on that bottom lane, not where I want to be at all. The only, like, if you were in P1 on the bottom lane, you could obviously make it work because you can get the launch going down into the corner, but other than that, I could not do anything here on the bottom lane. So we finally have Matt Chaffee on lap 133 get to my outside, so I let him go so I can get back up to the top down this back straightaway. So we dropped down to P7, kind of expecting it now, because like I said, when I start on the bottom, you just can't do anything here as we exit turn 4, right on the back of Chaffee. But we would get past Chaffee as we went down into turns 1 here on lap 138. He's just behind me. He actually gets spun out there behind us and then comes into traffic, and now we look to the inside of Karma there, but obviously it didn't matter because we come through out of turns 4 and the caution was out at this point, so we would get set up for another restart. So you can tell this 3rd and final stage was a little bit of a caution fest. Stage 1 and 2 was pretty good, but we came through on the restart again, and, well, it didn't go well right off the bat. Karma looks to the inside of Andrew. Andrew has no idea he's there, I would assume, from kind of what was being communicated. He kind of just came right across the nose of Karma, spun him right out, unfortunately. So like I said, I don't think Andrew was aware that he was there in that moment. But we came through now on that 145, running P4 just in front of the 17 through turns 3 and turn 4, trying to just kind of get settled in, starting on the inside every time, but actually we got another caution. So we'd have to get set up for another restart where we actually dropped down to P7 or so from pit stops on lap 155. Now less than 50 to go. Karma actually took 2 tires in the 20. That's why you see him all the way up in that second position. You see Jay up there in P3 battling side by side with Christian for the position as we're side by side with RJ. We would clear him now on lap 157. Jay goes spinning there on the apron, and his good race that it's finally turning into goes downhill really quick. So now we're back up in P5 just in front of RJ as we came through turns 3 and out of turn 4 trying to run down Rocket or Bryce down. We get in this big mess here of 3 cars of the 42, the 18, the 20 all getting together. RJ here on the bottom, then Christian gets into the wall now, and now it's just a complete mess. And then Snakebite in the 1 goes spinning, collects the 31, but I think it was only a 1 car incident. Then we come through on lap 166, the 18 goes spinning on the apron. So all of a sudden we're back in P4 of the inside of the 42 going down into the corner trying to take the position from him. We know the 42's got some speed, but the caution came out again here in Bristol, so we would have to get ready again for a restart here with obviously just over 30 to go at this point. We didn't get going until lap 172 due to the whole lucky dog situation, cars getting caught back up. So obviously we get right back into the action here from now P5 as the 42 gets in the wall again as we come through turn 3, and then we come through all the way to lap 187, running P4 just behind these guys, and then they got together in the 19. It was spinning right in front of us there as we came through out of turn 4 with just over 10 to go. So all of a sudden we're up to P2. We come to the pit lane, and this is kind of where we make mistakes. Basically, the 31, myself, we decided to take 2 tires in this kind of late race deal, and I was on the front row here, and you see right there, the 31 actually jumps the restart a bit, and I actually got called out here on the restart for being slow, and I was like, that was not my fault, the 31 jumped it. But either way, he only jumped it by like a few feet, so it wasn't a huge deal. Obviously, it didn't really affect anything. Now as it came through out of turns 4, the 20 now to my inside. Like I said, we were struggling now at this point knowing the situation as I nearly get into the wall there. Less than 10 laps to go. Matt just in front of me here, and he gets hit there, and he saves it for now, but they're getting together behind us as they're trying to hang on. The 18 goes spinning, and it's big calamity behind us now as that was a complete mess, bringing out yet another caution here with less than 10 to go. Like I said, we were on 2 tires, and this would set us up for the final restart of this race, which you're about to just see how messy this was. We restart P3, approaching 3 laps to go. We get into to the side of Jay a little bit as we go down into turn 3. Then the 19 comes in. He just shoves us out of the way, clearly. No harm done. He was on 4 fresh tires. I don't blame him for just punting him, or for punting me. And then Matt Chaffee gets to my inside. We drop down to P7 now at this point as we come through out of turn 3. Knowing I'm on 2 tires, I knew our chances were very slim going in to this final restart now as we come through turn 3 and turn 4. Jay on the outside of Matt, both Matts here now as we hit 2 laps to go in Bristol. It's the 31 leading, Andrew closing in quick as he was getting past the 4 of Cameron. If he had another few laps, he would get there for sure as we come through to a lap and a half to go. At this point through turn 3, I hit the wall there on the entrance of the corner, but we hang on to P7 as it's a complete mess. I'm being cautious here because it's absolute stupidity to go and make a extremely aggressive move as we come through out of turn 2 down the back straightaway for the final time. The 42 lunges up my inside as we're already coming down into the corner, and you can see what ensued right there as we come through to cross the line. P8, myself and Matt were not happy at all with what just happened there with the 42, so you're going to certainly see exactly how I felt about that move now as we came up after the race there, letting Christian know that I was not happy looking back on it now. Still wasn't very happy about it, obviously, but certainly, just like I said, tempers flaring a little bit after the race now as I kind of brake checked him probably 17 times there, and then we kind of wait on him again as I knew Chaffee was coming up. I saw him. I knew he was pretty mad as well as we both kind of get right in front of the 42, letting him know that we were not happy at all with that move. You guys be the judge. On Christian's screen, he was barely there on his screen, and then the angle he took in the corner, even on his screen, he wasn't going to be able to make the corner successfully. But either way, on my screen and other people's screen, it was pretty obvious that we just kind of got full scent of the inside. But like I said, he had a bit of a different situation on his, but still wasn't very happy with that move, as that was just one of those races here in Nitro as we finished P8 here today. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. Did not get an updated points situation, but no, we're second in the points. So that'll do it, though, for this episode. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.